Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hi guys, we are from Group 7. Today we will explain about Dexis. And this is our team, Frida, Aisyah, and Lolita. So, the first material is what is deixis. So guys, deixis is a term in linguistics, especially in semantic and pragmatics, that refers to words or expressions whose meaning depend on the context of the utterance, particularly on who is speaking, when, and where the speech takes place. The word deixis comes from the Greek deitikos, meaning pointing or showing. That's why deixis is often called linguistic pointing, because it allows language to point to people, places, and anything. And of course, in every act of communication, there are three main contextual elements. The first one is the speaker, the second one is the address, and the last one is the situation. And now, for example, I'll meet you there tomorrow. I refers to the speaker or present deixis. You refers to the address, person deixis. There refers to a location, spatial deixis. And the last is tomorrow refers to a time, temporal deixis. And the next material.
Okay, the next material is about person. So, person deixis refers to the participant involved in a speech, event, or conversation, namely the speaker or first person, the address or listener or second person, and the person of people being talked about or third person. So, this type of deixis is typically realized through personal pronouns such as a, you, he, she, and they. For example, first person or the speaker, I, me, my, we, us, our, and the second person are the listener, you and your, and the third person are the one being talked about is he, she, it, they, them, their. For example, sentence is I am hungry. I refers to the speaker or first person. And the second is you are funny. You refers to the listener or second person. And the third is she is a teacher. She refers to the person being talked about or third person. Next material is spatial. Spatial deixis refers to the linguistic expression that indicate the location or position of people and object in relation to the speaker and the listener within a speech situation. It shows how speakers use words to locate things in speech, whether something is near or far from them. Common spatial deictic expressions include adverbs such as here and there, and demonstrative like this and that. For example, the sentence is please sit here. Here indicates a place close to the speaker. So, can you move there? And the second is there. There points to a location further from the speaker. So this chair is comfortable, but that one is broken. And the last is this, near to the speaker, or that farther away. And the last material is temporal deixis. Temporal deixis refers to linguistic expression used to indicate when an event or action takes place in relation to the time of speaking. In other words, temporal deixis help us understand whether something happens before, during, or after the moment of the utterance. Example of temporal deixis expression include now, then, today, yesterday, tomorrow, tonight, next week, and last year. The meaning of this word always depends on the context of the speech time. For example of word, no, then, today, tomorrow, yesterday, tonight, next week, last year. And the example for sentence is I am studying now. No refers to the present time. And the second is we will go to the beach tomorrow. Tomorrow refers to the day after today. And the third is she came here yesterday. Yesterday refers to the day before today. And the last, they are meeting tonight. Tonight means this night or the night of speaking. Okay? And the next material will be present by Ice. Thank you. Okay, and the next is anaphora. Anaphora is a word or expression that refers back to something mentioned earlier in a sentence or text. It is used to avoid repetition and to make sentence more connected and easier to understand. Usually, anaphora appears in the form of pronouns like he, she, it, they that refers to a noun mentioned before called the antecedent. And the next is example sentence of anaphora. First is Putri is my best friend. She always help me. She refers back to Putri. And the second is I book a new phone. It is very fast. It refers back to a new phone. And the last is Tom met Anna yesterday. He told her a story. He refers to Tom and her refers to Anna.
The next material is about shift in ways of referring. Shift in ways of referring occurs when a speaker changes the way they refer to an object. So, it means shift in ways of referring terjadi ketika pembicara merubah cara mereka merujuk kepada suatu objek. The first is indefinite to definite. For example, I saw a cat in the yard. The cat looked hungry. It means initially a cat is indefinite. Then it becomes definite as the cat refers to the same cat already mentioned. So, di kalimat kedua, ini the cat merujuk pada kucing yang sama di kalimat pertama. The second is specific to generic. If we were going to buy a car, we would buy it at Hanson. If we were going to buy a car, we would buy one at Hanson. It means the reference shift from it, a specific car, to one, any car in general. So, di sini kata it at Hanson, it bermakna mobil secara spesifik. Tetapi ketika berubah menjadi one at Hanson, one ini merujuk pada mobil secara umum. The third is generic to specific. For example, dogs are loyal animals. My dog always follow me. It means the reference shift from a general category, dogs, to a specific. For example, my dog. The fourth, ambiguity due to pronouns. We didn't buy a new car because they cost too much now. We didn't buy a new car because they cost too much. It means the pronoun they can refer to all cars or new cars, depending on the context. And the stress or emphasis on new clarifies that they refer to new cars. Di sini, kata ganti they ini merujuk pada semua mobil atau mobil-mobil yang baru. Kemudian, tekanan pada new car ini mengklarifikasikan bahwa mereka merujuk pada mobil yang baru. And the last is singular to distribute. For example, every student must submit his or her report. It means although his or her is singular in form, it refers distribute to each student individual report. And the last material is about referential ambiguity. Referential ambiguity occurs when the meaning of a word or phrase that refers to something becomes unclear as to whom or what it actually refers to. So, the meaning referential ambiguity terjadi ketika kata atau frase merujuk pada sesuatu itu tidak jelas kepada siapa atau apa yang ia rujuk. The types of referential ambiguity, the first is an indefinite referring expression may be specific or not. For example, I wanted to buy a newspaper. The phrase a newspaper can refer to a particular newspaper or to any newspaper in general. So, di sini frase a newspaper dapat merujuk kepada newspaper secara spesifik atau bahkan merujuk pada newspaper in general. The second is anaphora is unclear because a personal pronoun, he, she, it, or they can be linked to either of two referring expressions. For example, Jack told Simon that a visitor was waiting for him. It means the pronoun him could refer to Jack or Simon. Di sini, kata ganti him merujuk kepada siapa, apakah Jack or Simon. And the third, the pronoun you can be used generically or specifically. For example, if you want to get ahead, you have to work hard. It means the word you could mean a specific person or people in general. Jadi di sini kata you ini merujuk kepada seseorang secara spesifik atau orang-orang secara umum. And the last is noun phrase with every can have distribute or collective reference. For example, I'm buying a drink for everybody here. It could mean one drink for all together or one drink for each person individually. Di sini, apakah frase a drink itu bermakna apakah one drink ini untuk semua, satu minuman untuk semua orang, atau apakah satu minuman untuk setiap individual?
Okay guys, we think our presentation and our explanation is enough. Would you please apologize us if we have any mistake in our explanation? Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.